Continuing with our formatting, we're going to be on page 22, and what we're going to do now is start formatting that bulleted list. On page 22, they ask us to use that same left margin. Let me get my mouse over here. That left margin hollow arrow drag technique to select all of those 4 lines of code, and we're going to change the font size. I guess I have to go back over to here again. Change the font size also on page 22 so it's size 24, which is up here on the Home tab. You could either click and choose 24, or if you wanted to, you could click up in the box and type the number 24 and press the Enter key. Either one works. So we've now made the font larger. And the next activity is to put some bullets on some paragraphs. Now we don't want all 4 of those, so let's just click off to deselect. And then I will reselect those, whoops, wrong ones. Reselect these 3 lines, self-guided and so on. And in order to get to the bullets to turn them on, we'll go up to the top to that Home tab paragraph group and see, do you see the button there for the bullets? There's numbering beside it. But we're going to choose the bullets. And you can click on the picture. If you click on the down arrow, you would get choices of different kinds of bullets, but we'll take the default, which is little circles in what we're doing. Now, this is just for fun, but they want you to be sure to know how to do this. So what we're going to do is undo and redo. We'll pretend we made a mistake. And if you go way up here in the upper corner is the undo button. So we can undo what we just did. Oops, I made a mistake. Undo. And it puts it back. And now that I have an undo, then I have another button beside it that says, oops, I wasn't supposed to undo that. I was supposed to redo that after all. So I can put it back the way it is again. That's fun. And next item on the agenda on page 25 will be to italicize some text. We have to find the word breathtaking. We'll put the mouse there and double click on the word breathtaking, and then up on the home tab in the font group there is I is for italics. Now you may know that already, but there are people who are just beginning to learn how to use the computer and they don't even know what italics means yet. So I tell them that means slanted letters. The next activity is to color some text. We'll make a colored text, and that's again on the Home tab in the font group. That's that red letter A. With our word breathtaking still selected, I'm going to go up to the font. If I just clicked on the A, it's red right now, so it would turn red. I don't want red, so I'll click the down arrow. And again, remember that there are theme colors and standard colors, and more colors for that matter. And the one we want is in the orange category. It's the almost the darkest. So next to the darkest. Yeah, let me try again. The next to the darkest in the orange category. It has a name. Orange accent 2, darker 25%. All right. There is a mini toolbar we can use to do things as well if we want. It's a duplicate of the ribbon up there, but you might like to do that. Let's use the left margin method here again, and we'll use the hollow arrow and click on the margin to select a line. Notice that the mini toolbar shows up. It used to be called the mini transparent toolbar because the farther it disappears. Anyway, if I right click back on the text, it will show up back there. And we're going to use that this time to access it. If we were using a touch screen, we could double tap to the left of the line and it would also show up. We're going to change the font size to 28, and change the color also to that same orange color. See, we could have done that up on the ribbon, or we can do it here. It doesn't matter. Oops, I deleted it. I was trying to get back to my PowerPoint slides. Now let's select a group of words this time. When we double clicked on a word, we got one word, but this time we want to select more than one word. We're going to select all of this telephone number. And if we want to select a set of words, do I have that right? I'm going to click and drag from the right to the left, you know. No, oh, I see. Just a second. I was looking actually here on page 28 down at the bottom in step number 2. If you're using a mouse, you can do step number 1. If you're using a touch screen and step number 2 there, it shows you how to select text with the touch screen. I was getting distracted with that. But what I'm going to do when I select my text, I'll have to start over again. I actually usually click and drag from the right to the left instead of the left to the right, especially if you're at the beginning of a line. It is just a little bit easier. But either direction, left or right or left. And then I could use a mini toolbar to click on the underline from there, or I could go up here to the ribbon and click on the underline up there, or I could press I lost it. My tooltip, I don't think I'll be able to zoom on that. Do you see where it says Control U? I could do Control U to underline. That's what I do most of the time. Anyway, so we'll underline that text. If you put one of those by itself, we typically call it an underscore. If it's, like putting a space between words or something, we call it an underscore instead of an underline. But here we are underlining text. And the next activity is to bold some text. Let's see what we want to bold. Bold will make the writing stronger, thicker. I'm going to do the same thing again. It's a hyphenated word. I dragged from right to left. You can go from left to right if you want. My mini toolbar showed up, so I can do it from here or up at the top on the ribbon, either one, and we'll select bold. They would like us now to see what the whole page looks like. There are 2 ways to do that. You may recall, you can go up to the, oops, I'm supposed to show you a little screen here. Ta-da! Okay, zoom to one page. You can go up to the View tab and click View One Page. It's one way to do it. Or if you were to come down here, let me get my tooltip out of the way. Go away, tooltip. Okay, do you see the progress bar there? And I'm a little bit left of center. It's 72%. Anyway, you could, just drag it down until it works. That's so that we'll be ready to do the next activities coming up, which we'll actually do on a different video.